Today we're zooming in on a suburb just south of Cleveland, North Royalton, Ohio. Now, if you're considering moving here, you might be asking, well, what's great about North Royalton? What are the trade-offs? Well, we've put together what we think are the top 5 pros and cons of calling North Royalton home. But one of these may be a double-edged sword, but you decide, you let me know. But by the end, I think you're gonna have a clear picture so that you can decide whether this place is gonna fit your lifestyle. So let's get into that right now. Hi, my name is Joe Latanzio, and I'm with the Moving to Northeast Ohio team. And if this is your first time to the channel and you wanna know everything there is about living in Northeast Ohio and the different cities and all the surrounding areas, then subscribe below and make sure you tap that bell for notifications so that you can be the first to know what's going on in the marketplace here in Northeast Ohio. You know, we get calls every day from people just like you who are looking to make their move in Northeast Ohio. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All our contact information is in the description below. We'd be happy to help you make that smooth move anywhere here in Northeast Ohio. One of the draws to North Royalton is the North Royalton City School District. Now, this isn't just a generic good enough district. I mean, it's got some solid credentials and a reputation for both academic and extracurricular success. Now, according to Niche, it's rated 4.17 out of 5 overall, and it actually ranks number 38 among Ohio City school districts. In its report card breakdown, the district scores A in academics, A+ in teachers, for teachers, A administration, with a B in sports. It serves about 4,000 students from kindergarten through 12th grade. And according to Niche, the district has strong performance, around 77% proficiency in math and 81% in reading on state tests. Then you have the elementary school ranking up there in sports. Now we're talking suburban league football champs. The middle school being with the academic highlights and strong student leadership initiatives. And in terms of academics for the North Royalton High School, it is well ranked, and per Thrill Share, it was recognized in the U.S. News and World Report as ranked number 85 within Ohio, with graduation rates in the 90th percentile. Now, the high school offers 16 advanced placement courses plus 19 honor courses, including STEM, languages, and arts. And the school also partners with the Cuyahoga Valley Career Center for career and technical pathways. Athletics and extracurricular side, North Royalton High School is in the Suburban League, which is a national division for many sports. The marching band has earned some superior ratings at the Ohio Music Education Association state finals. The girls soccer team, the boys basketball, wrestling, swimming, track and field, which have produced state qualifiers or placed students at state meets. In short, the schools in North Royalton do more than kind of just check that box. They offer some strong academics, rigorous course options, and broad extracurriculars. And they seem to offer a competitive athletic program, which is one of the major reasons families seriously consider moving here. If you like to get outside, North Royalton is a sneaky home run because you're spoiled with both city parks and Cleveland Metro Parks that's going to be right next door. So you're thinking hiking, biking, ball fields, skate park, fishing derbies, and because it's Northeast Ohio, you've got toboggan chutes close by in Millstream. That's just going to wake up your 10-year-old inner child. And, you know, when you're out there playing with your kids in the snow, I mean, I know it would be doing that for me. Now, inside the city, you've got Memorial Park. That's the community hub with a big playground, 2 basketball courts, 6 tennis courts, there's a skate park there, and there's also a catch and release pond that's stocked ahead of the annual George Modoc Jr. Memorial Fishing Derby. Now, that's family day vibes for you there in North Royalton. Then over on York Road, you've got 8 baseball fields plus Heisley Field with soccer fields for weekend tournaments. And according to the city, roughly 9% of North Royalton's land is park space, so which is a pretty nice chunk for a suburb. Just beyond the city limits, you've got the Cleveland Metro Parks Millstream Run Reservation, and that's your 4-season adventure box right there. The Royal View Red and the Yellow Loops offer wooded mountain bike and hiking single track trails. That's going to give you great scenery, gentle climbs, you got creek views, and it's going to be a great way to escape, after a day of work, kind of maybe reset yourself. And when you want indoor options, North Royalton has partnered up with the North Royalton Family YMCA on State Road. They've got a pool, fitness programs, they got community events, and really convenient hours. So bottom line here is whether you're chasing endorphins on the trail, you're coaching t-ball, or you're just strolling around the pond after dinner, North Royalton gives you a toolbox of recreation that's easy to access, and I think you'll fall in love with it. North Royalton is well positioned in Cuyahoga County. You're close enough to Cleveland for work, culture, amenities, without kind of being in that hustle and congestion of the city itself. And according to Data USA, average commute times are pretty reasonable, and many of the residents report approximately 27 minutes commuting to work. And if you work in or near greater Cleveland, or even some of the inner suburbs like Parma, Strongsville, Brecksville, many feel it's pretty doable drive. And there are good highway connections as well. And with the nearby suburbs like Broadview Heights and Strongsville and Parma, there's shopping, dining, entertainment options pretty close. And you get that suburban peace with, not too much isolation. North Royalton has that Midwestern suburb vibe. You've got friendly neighborhoods, parks, green space, good local services. It feels to many residents like a place that you can settle down, where people know each other, schools are involved, local government invested. I want to say it was about 4 years ago where they invested around $90 million in the school system in North Royalton. You've got the North Royalton branch of the Cuyahoga County Public Library, which they relocated in a newer building just a few years back. There are nice parks, community centers, local businesses. For many people, the quieter, safe feel, plus decent local amenities make everyday life pretty comfortable in North Royalton. All right, last pro. You have a great socioeconomic profile. So let's take a look at some of the numbers. Population, around 31,000 people. Data USA has the median household income at approximately 81,000, and homeownership rate is strong, around 70+% in many of the resources that I have seen. It tells you that this is a stable, mostly middle to upper class suburb, not luxury across the board, but economically solid, which tends to show up as good infrastructure, lower crime rates, over your more urban spots, and reliable municipal services. And that's just to name a few. All right, so there you have it, the 5 pros. Strong schools, parks and recreation, convenient location, good community feel, stable income profile. Now, full disclosure though, there's going to be trade-offs as with anything. So let me walk you through the 5 cons that people moving to North Royalton often say. North Royalton is fantastic for space and quiet, but you'll feel it in your odometer. Day to day, this is a car-first suburb where most errands mean hopping in the SUV or the car. Independent and walkability sites consistently score North Royalton as car dependent. The city walk score sits in the teens overall, and many neighborhoods land even lower than that, which basically means that your coffee, your groceries, and your soccer practice aren't a quick stroll away. Sidewalks and bike lanes do exist in pockets, but they're not continuous in every direction. The city has been adding pieces like sidewalks tied to road or bridge projects and part of State Route 82 corridor work, but you're still going to find stretches where walking with a stroller or biking to dinner isn't going to be super convenient yet. Public transit is limited too. Greater Cleveland RTA does touch North Royalton via the 5353A service, which is a North Royalton loop, but frequencies and coverage aren't like the inner ring suburbs. You'll plan around your schedule then just kind of showing up at a stop. So entirely doable for certain commutes, not a full car replacement for most families. Now, commute times can still add up. Yes, approximately 27 minutes average commute. It's okay, but depending exactly where you work and the roads that you need to take to get to your destination, that can be a stretch sometimes. Also, there are particular roads heading out of North Royalton that do get congested, especially during rush hour. So make sure that you do your homework and you check out my map video because I'm going to cover a few of those areas for you. It's a trade-off. Suburban comfort versus the cost and money to get out of North Royalton. Now, depending on what you're used to, North Royalton can feel a little homogenous. Now, some people moving from metro areas might notice that there's fewer culture options, there's fewer public transit options, there's fewer alternatives in cuisine or entertainment. Also, if you need major city level services like big hospitals, specialty shops, highly niche cultural experiences, you're gonna have to drive for those. All right, the 80s, 90s home care squeeze. A lot of North Royalton's charm comes from established neighborhoods, tree-lined streets, roomy yards, that classical colonial or split level look. The flip side is many homes were built in the late 70s through the 1990s. Now, which means a bunch of big ticket systems hit replacement age around the same time. You know, we're talking furnace, we're talking roofs, windows, sometimes foundations. They're just tapping you on the shoulder for attention. To put a finer point on it, North Royalton's median year built hovers around early 1980s. Now, that lines up with what you'll see block by block. Tons of homes from the 70s, 80s, and the 90s. Great bones, but you could expect projects like HVACing near the end of the life, original windows that don't exactly whisper energy efficient or sometimes even stay closed for that matter, and the occasional basement moisture fix that's common across Northeast Ohio's clay-heavy soils. If you lived here for a while, you know the drill. Water management and grading matter. All right, while we're at it, let's talk carry costs that are specific to North Royalton. So property taxes are meaningful in Cuyahoga County, and the city itself posts a simple back of the napkin estimate, if you will, roughly around 2.27% of the market value to kind of ballpark your bill. Independent rate sheets show North Royalton's residential effective rate that's going to be around in that same neighborhood, which is right in line with the county's reputation for higher Ohio tax burdens. It's not a deal breaker for most buyers, but it's definitely a budget line that you're going to feel. And in sewer and water realities, North Royalton is actually only one of the few suburbs that runs its own sanitary sewer treatment plant. Rather than handing everything over to the regional district, the city regularly studies and updates those rates. So current posted wastewater charges are per MCF with a fixed charge on each bill. City outlines, how those dollars are going to be allocated, split among the maintenance, treatment, debt service. Now, none of that is unusual, but between aging infrastructure and normal cost creep, it's something to plan for right alongside, your home updates. What we're getting at is this: if you're moving to North Royalton, the 80s, 90s home care squeeze just means budgeting realistically. The neighborhoods are lovely, the houses are solid, but many will ask for modernizations like roof here and there, an HVAC system maybe, some draining tweaks, plus ongoing property taxes and utilities that reflect big suburb services. All I'm saying is go into this eyes open, pad your maintenance fund, and you'll enjoy the good stuff without the surprise sticker shock. All right, if you're someone who loves city buzz, lots of late night restaurants, coffee shops, art scenes, spontaneous cultural events, North Royalton is not gonna give you that in a full measure. You're gonna have local restaurants, you're gonna have some nice nearby spots, but the big variety like concert venues, nightlife stuff, theater, you're gonna be commuting. So there you have it. 5 pros, 5 cons of living in North Royalton, Ohio. If I were you, I'd weigh carefully what matters more. Is it going to be the school quality and quiet suburban lifestyle, or your higher potential expense for maintenance? If your priorities are family, safety, space, and you're okay with the drive, North Royalton can be a really solid choice. Well, thanks for hanging out with me and watching. If you thought this video was helpful, please give us a thumbs up. And you know what? We're going to continue to cover more in North Royalton. In the meantime, check out my other videos on other cities in Northeast Ohio. And we always want your feedback too about living in North Royalton. In this case, drop some comments below about your experience. What was the best? What was the worst? It's going to help everybody who's watching the channel. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 9 months, please give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. And as always, schedule that Zoom call. We'd be happy to help you in any way possible. So until next time, we hope to see you around town.